What's up, and welcome back to Married to Sports Podcast. With me, as always, I got Hot Rod, Dio, and Demetrius. What's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
What's going on?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Very good.
Man, what's going on, man? Anything new?
Turn my mic up so y'all can hear me.
Like, not in the sports
Brandon,
world?
we free?
Anything new with you guys?
Yeah, he did freeze. He froze.
Huh?
Leafs are having a fire sale.
No. Hey, what
So did y'all get anything?
let let let,
Did y'all get anything good?
let
Go ahead.
let's get into the world of sports, man. Like what it's a lot of stuff going on in the NFL. It's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. Let's talk about it. Let's
All
go.
right.
So I'm gonna roast you first. No, I'm joking, Brandon. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna ruin Dio's day. We're gonna start with some NBA. Jason Tatum
Oh,
is. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Dio. Calm down. Easy, buddy. Easy.
Okay,
Jason Tatum is starting tonight. Not
looking
starting. I
good.
don't know if necessarily that he's starting, but he's supposed to play tonight, making his season debut after coming off ACL injury. Uh, Boston Celtics are in second place without
I
him.
thought it was Achilles.
What do you guys think? Is it a good idea to bring back Tatum now or what?
I actually think Jason Tatum is doing himself a disservice by not letting this thing go a whole year. I don't think his game will be as effective or efficient by doing this. I think that, and this is just my humble opinion, I think that this is a cry out for I'm a Superman, but we got to understand the Achilles tendon is a very, very complicated thing of healing. It has been, it still is. It's a year long injury. It's a year long injury. He got hurt during the playoffs last year, the second round of the playoffs at that. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it game 6 or 7 he got hurt in? Am I correct in that against the Knicks? I think that rushing back on the basketball court because you can run up and down. Basketball is a game of leaping and hey, listen. I wish him the best. I just don't think it's a good idea.
I agree with you for everything you said, and you know what? Honestly, you while he rehab, you don't know how effective that rehab's going to be without the time to heal. And you know what? We've seen people rush back from these injuries, and they've never been the same. So let me ask this for y'all: What the rest of the season? What are good numbers for him to be considered efficient, or however you want to say it?
I just remember Kobe Bryant rushing back from the same injury, and because he was babying that injury, he ended up with a separated shoulder. He didn't trust the Achilles. And you could tell, and he ended up separating, like getting hurt in his shoulder, trying to baby that on, and it just, I don't know, man. I think sometimes the NBA and the NFL, these guys got to save. They have to save themselves from themselves. You don't let that guy come back on the field. I mean, on the court with
A perfect example to what you're saying is Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, he had that calf injury during the playoffs, and he started game. I think it was game one, game two of the finals, and he blew out his Achilles then. I mean, you gotta give your body time to heal.
yeah. I don't.
So with the Kobe Bryant
That's
aspect,
my. I don't know, Daibo. What you got?
go ahead.
I I don't like it. I don't like just personally. I don't like it personally.
Dio, what do you think? And then I'll give my take.
It goes back. I mean, a little bit of what Demetrius said. Is it really Jason Tatum's willingness to play? It's not. It's not whether he's able to play. And is it right? If it is it what's best for Boston? Like if everything's kind of working where they're sitting right there. If you've got good chemistry with guys right now, why you're going to bring a player back into the fold that could be a little tender, a little gimpy? and risk re-injuring, you know, and then you don't have him at all again next year. So in a way, it's like, why not go ahead and just run the course of what that injury needs to heal and call it a day? Because I don't think that a 70% Jason Tatum, if that's what he is, let's say he's 80%, is that really going to put you over the hump to win the East?
Right. It is, and it's not like you're in need of him right now. It's not like you're in need
Risk
of him.
isn't worth the risk isn't worth the reward to me. So that's my take. That's my take on it.
As it,
And who's getting scapegoated out on the medical staff of that team when it doesn't work or something goes wrong?
That part.
Because it's not going to be Jason Tatum. He's never going to own that. And I'm not just saying that's Jason Tatum. Most athletes are going to own that. The front office is going to say, "Oh, well, that trainer said he was good to go." You know, I mean, I'll fabricate the text right now. ChatGPT, make me a text from 3 weeks ago.
so
You know, go ahead,
you guys
Brandon,
touched on a
and
couple
I'll
things
finish
that
off.
is the reason I like it. One of the things about Kobe, and you brought up his tear and then his shoulder injury preceding that. Um, Kobe had to do it all. Kobe had to be everything, and Kobe was rushed back. Kobe had to come back. Like that was the only way that the Lakers were gonna be successful. These guys are in second place in the conference. He's been doing scrimmaging. He's been doing workouts. He's been slowly coming back. So with them being in second place, you can rotate him in, limit his minutes, and see how he feels on it. It's going to take him a minute to trust it. Now, if you can get some of the rust knocked off before the playoffs, and obviously if he's got any kind of discomfort, you take him out. These guys have been balling without him, so now you're just plugging him in. You
That's what I
want
mean.
the chemistry is going to change a little bit once you plug him in. But with his lower minutes, like these guys should still be pulling their weight. They should still get the ball. They should still see minutes. They should still be happy. You know what I mean? And so I kind of like seeing him come back. Um, I want to see what it looks like. He's gonna have some rust to knock off. I think this is a great time to knock some of that rust off, and again limit his minutes because he doesn't have to do anything.
Let
And
me
if
ask you
he
a question.
has discomfort, you can take him out.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
Go ahead, Rod. You've been waiting.
You know what? Honestly, I looked up Tatum's contract. Back in 2024, he signed a supermax deal for $314 million. This is just as much up to ownership and everybody else because you know what everybody wants? That return on investment. If he really gets more seriously injured, even in limited playing time, your return on investment is going to dwindle a lot more. So, at what point do you really look for the healthiest part of the future in this 5 year deal compared to the short term now?
Rodimus Prime, I got a question for Brandon real quick. Brandon, before LeBron really came back to the team from that injury or injuries, how were your Lakers playing?
They were actually playing better. They were actually playing better before he got back. They played as a more cohesive unit. They played more tight net. They spread the ball out. They ran. Their defense was a lot better. LeBron, and this is a point I made, and I used him. I used Josh Allen, and I used Lamar Jackson. And I said these three athletes right now, when it's good, they're the cause of it. When it's bad, it's not their fault.
Right.
So I'm trying to kind of bring this argument. Would Tatum be the same catalyst to that Celtics team
And
right
I
now if
think he
LeBron
will,
were off?
because they're going to play slower. They're going to have to play slower with him on the court.
Right.
I'm not beating your Lakers up. I'm kind of just,
No,
we're taking.
you should beat the Lakers up because upper management when LeBron came back should have made LeBron what he truly should be, which is a part-time player coming off the bench right now. But because you hired his buddy to be the head coach and JJ Redick, and JJ Redick shows it. That's why this team is not going anywhere. As long as JJ Redick's the head coach, the Lakers are doomed.
I mean, it's uglier than what fans want to
No,
admit right now.
so, Demetrius, let me ask you this question because I've never asked you this. How much, and this is one sport that I really feel that sometimes I don't think it would matter if they were there or not. Is a head coach in the NBA really worth a fuck anymore? Do the players really listen to them on some of
Yes.
these
No,
teams?
no, no. Good head coaches get listened to. Because if you look at OKC, I use OKC as an example. Looking at OKC, they listen to their coach. Looking at Denver, they listen to their coach.
No, hang on
The
now.
Okay,
Lakers,
The coach now, because they remember they just walked the coach out.
yeah. Well, Mike Malone was an alcoholic, so
But Mike Missoula is a very reputable and very knowledgeable coach that a lot of people respect. Like a lot of people that have never played for Mike Missoula actually respect Mike Missoula. And,
nobody's gonna respect JJ Redick because JJ Redick shouldn't be a head
no,
coach. He shouldn't be.
right. And that's how I felt about some of these coaches. There's only been a handful of NBA coaches that's just really been blatant out there where I'm going like they're not listening to this guy. Like I don't think it matters if the coach was there or not. But hey, that's just an observation.
I mean some of it.
So I mean your Lakers are sitting sixth in the West. You know, that's myth. You know,
We'll make the
Listen,
playoffs
listen to me. We'll make
yeah, but that's
and
it.
be a first round exit.
or second.
And be a first round exit. And I'm a Lakers fan and we'll be a first round exit.
I was thinking second, but all right, first. I mean we're bad. We're not as good as people think.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Watching Luca complain about everything is starting to get on my nerves. Watching this team have 10, 15-point leads and then in the next 5 minutes be down by six is starting to get on my nerves.
I'm a Lakers fan. I did not like that trade.
Having one of the better having one of the better defensive coaches in the history of the game on your staff and Scott Brooks and not playing any defense doesn't make sense to me.
So in your opinion, Demetrius, or it's not your opinion, but would you say that the NBA is not really a good product right now?
Oh, the NBA is a terrible product. The WWE is a better product than the NBA. The NBA is a terrible product.
Okay.
If you took the big three, what we call the big three in sports in American sports, NBA, MLB, NFL, the NBA will come after the NHL. How about that? And I didn't even put them in there as far as product
Well,
goes.
yeah, but do you think the Olympics this year would have had a little bit of a bump for that?
I yeah, but it's the product. It's what's on. Listen, right now, right now. I'll say this to all three of you guys standing on this cast with me. If there was an NFL preseason game on and the NBA finals on, which game are you watching?
Ooh,
Mm,
I'm flipping back and forth.
mm.
That's terrible. That's that
But you're not,
you
but you're
made my
not
point.
flipping over. Yeah, but you're not going to be watching the Super Bowl and flip over to watch the NBA
That's
preseason
what I'm
No,
game.
saying. If there's a regular season NBA game on, right, and the Super Bowl on, are we flipping back and forth to
no.
that? No. NBA is a terrible product.
Okay, I
But
got you. All right.
NBA Finals. No, I think NBA playoffs is different than NBA regular season.
I'll say it to you again, Brandon. There's an NFL preseason game on. There's an NBA Finals game on. You are going to flip back and forth from that preseason game to that NBA Finals, especially if your team ain't in it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree. I said I would. I
So,
mean, that's exactly what came out of my mouth. I'm not gonna argue myself.
I'll go one further.
so
I'll go one further. There's a college football game on between um, Miami, Florida State, right? Both of them are contenders. And
I'm not flipping over. I'm not flipping over to
there
anything
it
but that
is.
game.
There it is.
so let me ask you a question, Demetrius. Is it the one and done in college basketball that's ruining the
No,
product of the game
No. It's
in the NBA?
no. It's the WWE of basketball that's ruining the game. It's that you, Rod, can see, and I, who don't play NBA basketball, can sit at home and go, "Hey, that team needs to do this," and they will win. But those guys who are professionals, right? They're in it. They don't see it. We see it at home. The product looks set up. It doesn't look real. It looks fake. It just does. Am I saying these guys are not great athletes? They are, but it looks fake. It looks
Well, I've always, Demetrius, I've always said this about wrestlers. I don't watch wrestling. My younger brother, my oldest son, they will watch wrestling until they're gone. Okay, they love that. They just love that entertainment. I've always said that those wrestlers, they are athletes and they're good at what they do, and because they got to be safe, not to get hurt because you get hurt playing on those boards. I used to date a female wrestler. I used to watch her practice all the time. I used to get in the ring and help her with her moves and stuff. But that is not my sport, and it's something I would never do. But you're right. There are times where I've tried to watch a game, and one team will be up by 22 at half, and then by the end of the third, they're down 22. It's a whole swing, and I'm like, how the hold on? Because you remember when we used to watch the Bulls and Pistons back in the day. We used to watch the Lakers Boston series back in the day. It was a back and forth. There was, there may, and if it was a blowout, it stayed a blowout. It stayed a blowout. That's it. The better team won that game that day, and you could see it. But now I don't know. It's hard to watch. It's
it's
just
because
hard to watch.
it's because the NBA is trying to do more things for entertainment. For like, when is the last time you seen Brandon, Rod, Dibo? When is the last time you seen a great defensive game in the NBA?
early 2000s.
I'll wait. Early 2000s, and
Besides,
hmm?
I was going to say, besides that Pistons Knicks series last year, where I'm not Pistons, the Pacers Knicks series, where Pacers were playing great defense,
E- e-
I can't remember a time.
Even then, the average score was 115 to 110. That's not
I agree, but I'm just saying that was the most
right.
recent
Okay.
series I could
I think
remember.
the last good defensive game I've seen in the NBA was in that era of the Lakers being the 2000 to 2002 champions. Those are the last that was last defense played great defense. The NBA is about that's why they need, like, listen, right now I love Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry he doesn't get enough just due as being one of the greats in the game as he should. Steph Curry should be no to me. You want to know my honest opinion? Steph Curry is a better is more of a great than LeBron
Yes.
James. I'm saying it. Take it how you want to.
I completely agree.
But Steph Curry and LeBron should not be playing basketball right now. But you know why they are playing basketball right now? Because they keep butts in the seats.
Yep. Bill Murphy with the Atlanta Braves all those years.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. Right now, everybody is touting LeBron
No, not everybody.
as whatever. I'm not saying he is. Let me finish the question
Calm
first.
down, Rod.
But right now, of the young generation that's playing now, who do you see taking over the face of the
The mantle, Rod?
league?
Who's taking over the mantle of the NBA?
Yeah.
Right now, I would rather watch Shane Gilchrist Alexander than watch LeBron do anything. Right now,
I was going to say SGA, yeah.
SGA is the face of this league right now. Luca's too much of a crybaby to be the face of the league. Joker doesn't care about being the face of the league. He'd rather go play with his horses in the stable. Right now, the face of the league is SGA and probably
I was gonna say now
Wimbenyama.
you got to look at Wimby
Wimbenyama is
too.
becoming the Wimbenyama is probably becoming the face of the league. But the like again, you're gonna run Steph Curry out here and LeBron out here to people go, hey, like I am about Aaron Rodgers. Hey man, go sit down somewhere. It's done. It's over.
So, okay, let's turn into a dead horse. I think we hit it enough. How much of a contender do you think San Antonio is?
Oh, they're legit. They're legit. They got some nice young pieces. They're legit. They're legit.
Do you think they're the only shot of dethroning OKC in the West this year?
Yeah. Yeah. Be, and Wimby is a big part of that. I think the only thing that derails him is that Wimby doesn't have a lot of size on him, and if LKC wants to try to play bully ball, they can. And if they play bully ball with Wimby, because they have enough guys, big guys, to to push those fouls and inflict their will on Wimby, and Wimby's not big enough. Like when I say big, you know what I mean. He don't got no meat on him. Wimby's a skeleton, running up and down that court. But a skilled skeleton. Don't get me wrong, a skilled skeleton, but he's a skeleton running up and down that court. And yeah, no,
So if we just took it right here and just said four teams, two out of the East, two out of the West, Detroit, Boston, OKC, and San Antonio. It's gonna be two of those four in the finals. Is that what we're kind of looking at?
yeah, yeah. Right now, I can tell you right now what the finals might be. It's only three teams that are going to the finals this year: the Knicks in the East, and in the West, either OKC or San Antonio.
Do you think the Knicks are gonna run the gamut and win the East?
Yeah,
It's their year.
yeah.
Are the commercials lined up? Is the packaging coming to grocery stores near us,
I, I, I,
plastered with a?
I think the only other team in the East that I would even give a with like another second thought, Cleveland maybe Cleveland.
So you're taking the top two out of the East, just saying nope.
I mean,
Who you talking about? Boston?
I think you got to look at Detroit.
Detroit or Boston?
Yeah, I don't think Detroit. I think Detroit in the playoffs. I think the Knicks is just more seasoned right now. I don't think
Okay.
Detroit is seasoned enough.
Detroit plays
That's all I'm
defense,
saying.
but the only problem is they rely on Cade Cunningham way too much.
I don't know what. And listen, if Hulk Hogan hits the leg drop in the fourth, are we talking about bat? I'm sorry, I get them mixed up. I get them mixed up, man, from time to time.
I think you got to look at Boston, and I think you got to look at Detroit.
All right, I'll duly noted. I wish I cared enough. I don't. I don't.
And I also think
I
in the
don't,
West you
man.
got.
I
I
find
also
it.
think in the West you got to look at Houston. But on to the NFL,
Yeah.
big trade yesterday. DJ Moore is going to the Bills, and who got the winning side of that?
Chicago.
I
Chicago.
mean, obviously Johnson has a plan for his receiving core, so and DJ Moore just wasn't part of it.
Well, I'll say this: you got Roma Doomsday, you got Luther Burden Jr. in Chicago, and you can add a guy that will doesn't mind being a third wide receiver with that pick, right? This draft is wide receiver heavy. We all can agree with that, right? This draft is D
Yeah,
line and wide receiver heavy. To me, Chicago wanted. I feel bad for DJ Moore because this is the life DJ Moore just got traded into. If anything happens good with DJ Moore, it's going to be because of Josh Allen, and if anything goes bad, it's going to be because DJ Moore wasn't a good enough receiver. So he just got through into a melting pot of a guy that has no accountability for when he plays like trash. And yeah, so if you ask me who won that trade, in my opinion, in one word, Chicago, just because of that.
I think Chicago definitely won it because they got rid of that cap number too. That cap, his salary was pretty high for that team. So, but you know, we said it all last season. The Bills didn't have a true receiving core. DJ Moore, even if he comes in as a number one guy, has always been more of a number two receiver
Well,
in my eyes.
now he's got to be the number one.
Now he's got to be a number one. Or who do you bring to pair with him to be that number one?
They got to roll with the guy they drafted a couple years ago out of Florida State that just hadn't worked out for him. But has he not worked out for him because of Josh Allen, or has he not worked out for him because they say he sucks? Because at Florida State, he was a badass. At Oregon, he
At
was a
Florida,
badass. But then he goes to the
at Florida,
Bills. Then he goes to the
yeah,
Bills, and they complain about it.
Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman, he had some hellacious one-year numbers at Florida State. I love him.
Keon
That was
Coleman,
coming from a quarterback.
after what the owner says, Keon Coleman has to get out of Buffalo.
He's going to leave Buffalo.
He
I
has to
agree.
leave. He has to leave. He has to go.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think if he had a quarterback that was consistent,
That part.
that's what I mean.
I think Keon Coleman is getting flack for Josh Allen. But that's,
Right.
I think we win in this trade. DJ Moore is a solidified number
George
one.
Pickens,
I really like DJ Moore, and if you don't like DJ Moore, then go watch the film. Go back and watch the film.
I don't want to. I don't have to.
Hang on, guys. We got a tornado going on. Hang on.
Tornado.
All right. Oh yeah, Oklahoma's getting some weather today.
Bro.
Yeah, there's a tornado 20 minutes of it.
Near you.
Do you want to
You
cut?
better get in the cellar.
You don't have one.
How you in tornado land and ain't got no cellar?
Get in the bathtub, Brandon.
Hey, man. So, I used to be an alcoholic, and this is one of my hold my beer, watch this shit kind of moments. I don't drink anymore. I'm sober, clean, all that jazz. Loving life. Still not scared of tornadoes. I think we win because we actually take away every single one of Josh Allen's excuses. Like, I'm so sick of making excuses for Josh Allen. Well, you had this, you had that, you didn't have this, you didn't give him a defense. We give him a defense, you don't have an offense, you don't have a. You had one of the best running backs in the year. Oh, he doesn't have any help. Okay, now you've got a receiver. Now you have a number two in Keon Coleman if he can't be a number one. You have Shakir. You just released Curtis Samuel. At what point do the excuses for Josh Allen stop? And I think now that you have a number one in DJ Moore, but we're just gonna completely forget about Amari Cooper and Stephon Diggs, right?
That's my point. He's never. Oh man, it's the same. So even last year, was it the receivers that made him fumble that ball right before half?
No.
Well, if they'd have been open, he could have thrown it to him. He wouldn't have had the ball still, and he wouldn't have fumbled it. So yes, it is their fault.
So I want you to go watch all 22 and watch that play, and he had a receiver running wide open down the right hash that he missed, and he took off
But
running.
that wasn't the play he called, though, sir. You run the route I call, or I'm not throwing it to you.
Wow,
And then I fumbled. Look what you made me do.
wow.
I'm Josh Allen.
Drop
As
you
for you by
visually
name.
see it from 15 miles into the next town. That dude's in the other town and can still see what that other guy's looking at.
People,
Get your
people,
rubber ducky. Get the bathtub.
people in Chattanooga are whiny.
Well,
I
no. I'm gonna call it a no comment on that one.
all right. So
Rubber
moving on to a different team. Rod's Super Bowl pick last year, the Lions. Decker has asked to be waived, but that's been released. Uh, to me, that speaks volumes. I'll let you guys give your takes. But what does this tell you about the Lions organization?
It's the same organization they've always had. It's just they've had some decent talent come through that happen to work for 1 year and then it goes away. And then the coach goes away and they start all over again and then they get another good season. They don't go anywhere. They don't ever make the Super Bowl. And we'll see this again in about 9 years.
You know, as much as I want to say it, I've touted Brad Hopkins as one of the best GMs, bringing in the talent. But at this point, when you got the talent and it's wanting to leave and all, it's talking to ownership. It, that's what it's talking to.
It's not talking to the
I
coach at
mean,
all.
I
The coach is completely
I think we
bulletproof on
got.
this.
I think we fell in love with the fact that Detroit wasn't a laughing stock anymore. That they actually look like they can play football,
a real team.
but the ownership hasn't changed. And I'm gonna be honest with you. To be honest with you, for all the hype that Detroit has garnered, what have they done?
Not
Beat the
much.
Niners in the first half of an NFC Championship game and lost a 17-point lead and went home. What have they done? What have they done? See that it's more of the fans' fault than anything else, because we fall in love with such stuff so quick instead of saying, "Just wait, the clock is going to strike 12, and that pumpkin is going to reappear." This
Danny Green moment.
the clock is striking 12.
I mean, we said that about Sam Darnold, and he won a Super Bowl.
No, no, no. Seattle won a Super Bowl as a team. You and I, if we're going to be honest and we're going to talk sports,
It was really the kicker and the defense. I get
and I'm
it.
gonna say this just no, I'm just gonna say this into the Niners Seattle game. If Fred Warner and Nick Bosa plays in that game, Seattle ain't playing in no Super Bowl.
I mean, that
Gonna say that, and I'm
Hold
leaving
on.
it there.
Hold on. Your your offense could not score anything.
I understand that, but we would have forced him to make mistakes and put his defense back on that field a lot.
I don't disagree with that, but man, yeah, I mean the last game of the season, y'all didn't look good against Seattle, and
No,
then in the playoffs,
we didn't look good because you don't have a pass rush. We had 20 total sacks this year, Daibo. 20 total.
I'm talking about your offense, man. Brock Purdy could not. They could not get anything mustard against that Seattle defense.
Again. But you keep putting our offense back on the field against that defense, and something's going to give without them scoring. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
you don't want to hear that.
Well, but yeah, but I mean, first quarter though. Let's just take the first quarter. Let's just take the first quarter. You know, there wasn't anything happening in either game. First quarter, I think, is fair to take an assessment of both those games and go,
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I base that on. I'll tell you what I base that on. Since you base it on that, I'll tell you what I base that on. When both teams were healthy and they played in week one, they both were healthy, right? You agree? Who won that game?
San Francisco won that game.
All right. So George Kittle going out on that right before it hurt that team also. I mean,
George Kittle. George Kittle.
Kittle,
Went, George Kittle went out in that first game. He played 2 series.
yeah,
I'm throwing my hands up. You know why? Because you know how many yards Sam Darnold threw for in that first game with that healthy defense? One
Probably under 200.
125.
Okay. Under 150.
and you're right. And you know, one thing about San Fran, I will give them credit for this year, is they played well. Nets man up to Nets man up was Nets man up, and honestly, they went how far deep in that depth chart? So far deep that they didn't have any experience, right? Am I
No, you're
wrong?
right. I just what I don't do what everybody does. I don't jump on flavors of the month. I don't do it. I don't jump on the flavors of the month. Will you hear me discredit Seattle as a team for winning the Super Bowl? Nope. Will you think I'm giving that and saying it's because of Sam Darnold? It wasn't. You and I both know that. It wasn't. If again, if we were to go, if I wish we had the ability on our podcast to open up all 22 and put it up on the screen and do all 22 so I can show you how many times just in that Super Bowl Sam Darnold attempted to throw the game away. Because he
I
did.
mean, he had some bad games against the Rams. I know that one game might have been 4 interceptions.
So he New England dropped 3 pick sixes. 3. That's 21 points.
And that's the difference
Did
in the
they
game
drop him
right
though?
there.
Did they drop him?
They dropped him. Daibo, I promise you, bro. I'll send you the clips.
There's no WWE. There's no WWE stuff on there.
They dropped him. I'll send you the clips. That's why that's why a lot of those guys play corner. They was once wide receivers. They don't catch well.
Ain't sure. That is your wheelhouse.
That's all I'm saying.
If I could pull up all
So
22, I could actually screen share it. You can actually screen share it if you can pull it up. Um,
Okay.
but sorry, I was just looking into that. You said that, and we actually could if you know how to screen share it, or if you know how to pull it up, you can screen share it on here.
Okay. Dude, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm looking at you guys sideways on this thing. I can't even get you where you right side up. So me sure.
You look right on my screen,
Saw that for me, Brandon.
am I right side up now?
but let's see what else is going on, man.
Well, there was some other news. Cam Jordan from the Saints is being released.
Why is that news?
I'm just
Me
saying
too.
he's been
Me
there
too.
all his
Me
career.
too.
All his career.
Me too.
Does he still have it left
For
in the
for a
tank?
contender, yes. For Philadelphia, San Francisco, L.A. Chargers, Denver Broncos, um, any one of those type teams, Los Angeles Rams, for a contender, yeah, he still got it because he won't be asked to do everything.
Now the Chargers just signed Tyler Biotish.
Yeah, that's not their offensive line is going to be nice.
The
Then you're going to see see the real capability of that offense because that's going to be some nasty offense. What you got there, dude?
All right, you can go.
The
Got your little cocker spaniel there?
Nah, he's a King Charles Cavalier.
so to Diabolical's favorite player. No, I'm just kidding. To his favorite team though, the Browns. Um, they are restructuring Deshaun Watson's contract.
I saw
What
that.
is the future for Shador?
A backup,
Not looking good.
A backup?
a backup. You're gonna have to play Deshaun Watson because you're gonna have to get something in return for that contract. We discussed this like about 3 weeks ago. I don't know if you guys remember. You're gonna have to play Deshaun Watson to get something out of that contract. Otherwise, Cleveland just gave away $248 million, or so however much that contract was worth.
But with the restructure,
It was worth too much.
it doesn't make me think they're going to rock with him.
Unless it is no longer guaranteed. Is it guaranteed still?
I'm,
It's got to still be guaranteed because once you sign a guaranteed contract, you can't go back and change it to
no, but
non-guaranteed,
you
right?
can finesse it.
Help me out here.
Sign on bonus, signing bonuses, and all different kinds of things.
Oh, I agree, but I'm saying the language of the contract.
I
You
still think
can't
he'll
go
be the
back and
starter.
change.
I mean, unless he gets hurt again, I think he'll be the starter.
The fans booed him when he got hurt. They cheered when he got
Doesn't
hurt.
matter.
Here's the thing.
Hey,
You know
hey,
what though?
Brandon. Let me tell you something.
Winning is a good remedy.
And Brandon, understand this: money talks, and everything else runs a marathon.
I mean, I get it.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. When he first came to Cleveland, he he was still this. I'm gonna use the word, and the lack of a better word, monster type thing with all these issues he had. You know what? Of course, the fans were going to be against him. I mean, now if he came out and won a playoff game, all those feelings would have changed. But in the moment when you gave up that kind of money and your team was trash and you got hurt, of course they're going to cheer.
I mean, tell Baker Mayfield that Baker Mayfield won a playoff game. He got sent off.
I ain't saying about Deshaun Watson. I understand Baker won the playoff game. We understand that. But I'm saying with all the baggage he brought to Cleveland, the fans
On the
were not going
tarmac,
to
you
be
were
happy
shaking
either
hands with
way.
Deshaun Watson. At that point, Baker had already taken you to the playoffs and won a playoff game. At that point, it's AFC Championship or bust.
And and I agree with what you're
I
saying,
don't.
but
I
You
don't.
don't agree? So hold on, time out. We got rid of a quarterback that took you to the playoffs. How is your next step not reaching the next achievement, which would be the playoffs, which would be
Let
the
me let me
AFC?
let me let me say. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Huh?
The same quarterback that you're trying to praise in Baker Mayfield, the same one, has had flashes, but he's also turned back into Baker Mayfield. I, last year was a prime example. Oh, Baker's going to be the MVP. Oh, we got to play the second half of the season. Baker was a what? Bum. He was a complete bum. He was a bum. Now, Deshaun Watson, biggest issue is that he's been injured, and with this thing he's been injured. But I tell you right now, if Deshaun Watson goes out there next year with Cleveland and wins 11 games, and they play in a playoff game and they win, all of that's going to be forgiven and forgotten.
That's what I'm saying.
Shador will be a
Winning
memory.
is a great remedy.
I mean, I agree that it'd be forgotten if he goes to the playoffs. But if you've already reached the playoffs and you go and you pay a quarterback more money, you're not trying to get to the playoffs. You're trying to go above and beyond that. Really, with 200, however many $1 million it was.
All right. Take while Brandon's muted, take all the issues away from both players. If you had Deshaun Watson versus Baker Mayfield, who do you go with? I mean, who's the better quarterback?
Sean Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
All right. So with that said,
You leave Clemson out of it, Rod. Don't you dare even bring.
I'm not bringing Clemson into it. I'm not bringing Clemson into it. I'm asking based on NFL career, who do you think was the better quarterback, Deshaun Watson or Baker Mayfield?
Deshaun Watson.
The stats say arguably Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback to ever come out of college. What do you mean?
Bruh.
And I'm a Longhorn fan having freaking. I hate OU. You guys keep making me have to defend OU.
I would take Deshaun.
Bruh.
Anything off the field is forgotten. I would take Deshaun Watson as my starting QB over Baker.
Bruh. I can't with you sometimes, Brandon. I really can't with you. I can't when you get on here and do the Stephen A. Smith and you try to give me numbers versus over what you see in reality. I can't with you sometimes, man.
Deep Thoughts by Rodney Bird. What's on your mind there, Bird?
Where's Deshaun Watson's Heisman at?
No,
I'll wait.
Huh?
Where's Deshaun Watson's Heisman
What
at?
happened?
I'll wait.
Okay.
Oh, you know who's in that category though? Hey, Baker's got one.
That Heisman. Don't Josh Heupel got a Heisman?
No, Chris Twinkie won it.
Huh? Didn't Gino Toretto win a Heisman?
Who?
yeah.
Exactly. Gino Toretto won a Heisman. The hell are you
Say
talking
somebody in my
about?
lifetime.
You take that Heisman, you take that Heisman and shove it where the sun don't shine, and I'll tell you why.
Danny Warhol.
Because
Danny Warhol.
Danny Werfel won a Heisman. That award is meaningless. It's meaningless. Why? They don't even give it to the best player. If that was the case, Fernando Mendoza wouldn't have it this year. Jeremiah Love would. And Heisman is meaningless. Stop it. The great white hope got a Heisman, and you want me to get excited about it.
I'm just saying.
Got in the NFL, what did he do? He did better progressive commercials at the Cleveland Stadium than he did playing on the field.
That's true.
You don't
Shout out to Flo.
you coming for me, but I'll come back. You don't listen, Stephen A. Let me tell you something, Stephen A. Take that trash that you bumping. Give me reality. Let's talk reality. Because let's talk about
All right,
how
Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan, pump the brakes, Rex Ryan.
let's talk reality. No, Chrome Dome. Let's talk reality. Here we go. Let's talk reality. Reality is this. Why you pumping your Heisman Trophy winner, why is it that Mr. Irrelevant has outplayed your Heisman Trophy winner?
A lot of homer takes today, starting with Rod. Damn. We've had Notre Dame, San Francisco.
I have not given
Oh
one homer
my God.
take this episode.
Hey, I've
Thank
been
you
a big
very
Brock
much.
Purdy. I've been a big Brock Purdy
Hey,
supporter.
no. Daibo trying to divert attention. But answer that legitimate question. Why has Mr. Irrelevant outplayed the first round, the number one overall pick?
Because the talent is better in him. I mean, Brock Purdy, when he was coming out of college, I said he should at least be a third round pick, if not higher. Now, you know what? Him falling to Mr. Irrelevant has made him the best Mr. Irrelevant ever taken. Let's
The
be
thing is,
honest.
he would have never gotten a look had San Francisco not had all the injuries they had that year. He would have never. Do you think? Do you think Brock? But here's my question, Demetrius.
But
Do
you
you think
haven't
Brock
answered
Purdy
mine.
will be?
You haven't answered mine.
Why are you asking me? I didn't throw the Heisman up.
I mean,
I'm not disagreeing
you
here.
should,
Your argument's in the top right corner over
You
there.
gave because you called me a homer. That's why. You said it was a homer take, and it's not.
Listen here,
All I'm
you
gonna say is go.
let's talk team
It's
success. You
non-esteem.
want to sit here and you want to talk team success, but Baker literally was throwing to second, third, fourth string practice squad players. Brock Purdy, when he didn't have George Kittle, fell off. When he didn't have C-Max, fell off. When he didn't have Trent Williams, fell
What the
way
hell are
off.
you? What?
Man, let's pretend like that didn't
What?
happen. What?
What? Are you sitting here lying? Brother, you lying on this podcast right
I'm
here.
lying on the
You
podcast.
lying
So
on
when
this
Trent Williams,
podcast.
so
Brock Purdy ain't never fell off. Brock Purdy ain't. Oh, stop, bro. Stop. Knock it
then
off.
why was there
Knock it off.
controversy with Mac Jones on whether or not Mac Jones should take that spot?
Dude,
If there was,
there was controversy because of people there. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'm gonna
if
answer it.
Brock Purdy
I'm gonna let you finish. Go
was
ahead.
playing lights out, there would have been no controversy.
Uh huh. No, there was controversy because of people like you that don't know football. There was
Wow.
controversy because of people that would, and I said it, and I stand on it. It's because they
You
would
damn
sit
sure
there and
wouldn't say
not
it to
see
my face.
that Mac Jones was a stat. Let me finish. That Mac Jones was a statue that couldn't get past his first read, and that he was living. Now he was the one living off of team success, and the fact that when Brock Purdy came back into that lineup, that the San Francisco 49ers offense looked 10 times better than it looked under Mac Jones. Period. It's because of people like you that would even stutter to make a statement like that. And if you make that statement, that means you don't watch football the right way. I said it and I
The
stand
fact
on
that
it.
I said that
I
if he was
said it and
playing
I
lights
stand on it.
out, there wouldn't have been a controversy. He was not playing
Who
lights out.
who was playing lights out? Who was playing
Brock
lights
Purdy
out?
was not playing lights out, which was why there was a controversy. However, you would
Brock Purdy was
never,
playing
ever
hurt.
say that to my
Dude, Brock
face if
Purdy,
we were in the
first
same
of all,
room.
let's hold on. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. First of all, let's talk facts. Brock Purdy played on an injury, went back out on an injury. And like I said, it was a bunch of fans that did not know the game. They said, oh, look, our team looks just as good with Mac Jones. Until Brock Purdy went out there and started lighting up teams 3 and 4 touchdowns. I'm like, Mac Jones ain't threw 3 or 4 touchdowns yet in the game. Yet. And they was like, oh, well, shoot, our offense looks 10 times different. It's flowing, but it's cool. It's cool.
All right.
Because, like I said,
All right.
that's what we do as fanatics. We talk about flavors of the month. That's why we all thought that Jalen, what's his name in Washington? He was a second coming of Tom Brady last season. Not anymore. Not anymore. Jaden Daniels, he was a second coming of Tom Brady last season, but not anymore. Right? Oh my God. Oh, Drake May. Drake May is the next Tom Brady. Look at what he's doing until the Super Bowl, and now it's like, oh my God, he's not there
Hold on, you gonna
anymore
put injuries on?
because
You gonna put?
we're all into the flavors of the month. By the way, let's go back to your boy that we started this conversation with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, MVP, until we start playing the second half of the season, and then he was a dump truck. He was a dump truck.
Playing the second half of the season with nobody.
He was a dump truck. If he's a good quarterback, he's going to be a good quarterback, period. Dump truck. Who were the wide receivers Brock Purdy was throwing to this season, Brandon? Name them.
I
Name
couldn't
them:
use it. I couldn't
George
tell you.
Kittle,
And that's
Name
Juwan
them.
Jennings.
Was injured. Was injured.
Not
Was
the whole
injured.
year.
Most of the season. Yeah. Go ahead.
Christian
Go ahead.
McCaffrey.
I'm listening. Juwan Jennings. I said receiver, sir, not running
Made.
back. Christian
So we're
McCaffrey's
not gonna
not
sit here and
listed
pretend
as a
that
receiver.
Christian
He's a
McCaffrey
running
wasn't
back.
going out into the slot and going hitting the corner touchdown.
Sir. I asked you the receivers that he was throwing to, sir. Can you please stick to the topic?
And then Ricky Pearsall.
All right. So you're not
And
you're not.
I gave you all five. I
Dabo
gave
know
you
where I'm
five
going
of
with
them.
this. Dabo wants to laugh because he knows where I'm going with this. Because bro,
what's his name?
because
Kendrick
you know
Bourne.
what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You don't want to be wrong, so you're gonna spout out stuff so you can prove yourself not wrong.
Ricky Pearsall didn't
So
play one
okay,
game this
so
year.
you're not gonna say
You
any.
said you name receivers. I named you five of them.
Ricky Pearsall barely played in 5 games this year.
All right.
I'll say this. I'm going to say this. Is Baker Mayfield fun to watch? Yes, when he's on. He's fun to watch. But when you take a quarterback and compare the two, I'm going to take Brock Purdy over Baker Mayfield all day long. As much as that's going to piss my son off
How? They're the same quarterback.
because he loves Baker.
What?
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not.
Baker's got a louder mouth.
And that's my opinion.
What?
That's it.
That's the
That's
only
it.
difference between the two.
Hey,
But
bro.
no.
I can see why you like the Cowboys now. You love making bad choices, dude. That's awful.
Let me just
Brandon.
ask something.
That is absolutely the worst take I've ever heard you
Look,
give.
when
That is
you
the
look at
worst
the
take I've ever
grittiness,
heard you give.
when you look at the grittiness, the aggressiveness, the team leadership. No, now Baker Mayfield, I think, is a better leader in the locker room than Brock Purdy because I think Baker Mayfield is louder. I bet that Brock Purdy still commands that locker room. But when you look at
So you're saying louder makes you a better leader, or
I
does
think he's
production make you a better leader?
not necessarily a better leader is probably not the words I'm looking for. I think he has
Brandon Anthony.
that aura that draws people in, where Brock Purdy is more like a silent commander. They're both underdogs. They're both a little undersized. They're both not afraid to throw it in tight windows. I think that I think realistically, yeah, when you put the film, Brock, I think Baker has a little stronger arm.
Hang on.
Hey, Daibo,
I gotta say.
yeah, please,
I gotta say this.
please.
I just want to. I want to ask the panelists question. Top to bottom. Top to bottom on the field, healthy playing. Who had the better receiving core, Tampa Bay or San Francisco?
When healthy,
Tampa Bay. When
when
healthy,
healthy,
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Okay. So injured, I'm still saying Tampa Bay's got the better receiving core than the 49ers. So the 49ers made it deep in the playoff run.
Who's
With
got
Brock
better
Purdy.
offensive line? Who's got the better defense? Who's got the better defensive coordinator?
No. We're talking no. We're talking about two quarterbacks that get the ball out, two receivers. Like they get it, look, you can't hold the ball forever. Tampa Bay didn't even make the
Right.
playoffs because of Baker Mayfield.
Hey, bro.
He got the interception bug.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
he did throw the picks, trying to throw it into his high window.
Hey. Have we hit our time
Yeah.
yet? Because this right here, my head hurts. Come on, man. I can't. I can't. I can't.